Hello everyone, and welcome to the March update of the Little Henham Model Railway. Hi everybody, welcome to Little Henham. Hope you enjoyed that little running session. There'll be some more in a minute. But here are the updates for this month that I've added to the layout. The first one is this footbridge. Last month I actually shortened it so it would span the tracks okay. This month I've actually dropped the height down and I think I've got it pretty much right. Took some fiddling about, but it is now at a height which is more kind of prototypical to as it would have been in the steam days. So what we have here is the ordinary bog standard Hornby footbridge that you can buy from any model shop, and as you can see I've significantly cut down the legs to get the height down. The other thing I've done is the actual legs themselves, when I cut them, I've actually turned the legs, which are affixed to the base, which you get with the footbridge, I've actually turned that upside down and then glued them to the underside of the footbridge, and it gives it a really good footing to put the bridge on, and I think it looks a bit better like that, and it also again helps with the height. Across the middle of the footbridge I've put some riveted blanking plates in. There's a footbridge not far from us which have got these in situ, so I've copied those. What I'm planning to do is I'm going to add some rust to that and generally weather this footbridge down. At the moment I've just put it into the grey primer. The other thing I've also done to the footbridge is paint the steps. So I've given them a nice wooden colour, and again once it's finished I'm going to weather them down a bit, and I shall put some figures on there looking over the top of the footbridge. All in all, I'm quite happy how this footbridge has come out now. So now that she's nearly finished, I can now crack on with another part of the layout. But I don't think that's come out too bad. Second thing I've done this month is I've done some more work on this signal box on the main line, and as you can see next to the box I've added a low wall, and I've added a parking area for the signalman for when he's on duty. I wanted to add a little bit more detail to the signal box, and as you can see I've added some fire buckets to just the underside of the steps there. There is also a signalman to go in that will be at the top of the steps there, just leaning over the veranda looking at the trains. I'm just in the process of painting him, and then he'll go in. I've got one major addition to the layout this month, a complete new build. If you look on last month's video, you'll see that this little area here was blank. So I've been busy working away, and what I've actually built is a scrapyard. This is located next to the signal box. I've tried to put a good variety of items in here, like you would see in a typical scrapyard. We've got the caravan there, which is acting as the office. Going to put a little notice on that saying that. There's the old post office Morris minor van, which has seen the end of its days. An old Ford Zephyr, and then piled up here we have a Hillman Minx. There you can see the Hillman Minx a little bit better, and then underneath there's a Cortina Mark 1. Moving round the yard, you can see I've added everything in there, from broken glass to old barrels to there's pallets in there, there's old corrugated iron, oil drums, tyres, bits of cars. I'm adding bits to it all the time. I've even just picked up a galvanised ladder which I'm going to lean up against the fence. So yeah, we've now got a scrapyard. The scrapyard is on the bend of the line, backing onto the railway, and as you can see we've got the typical proverbial graffiti from the local artists, bless them. as you can see, we've also finished my little model of the bridge based on Worship Street Bridge in London, and we've now got the fencing on both sides. So this bridge is virtually complete. I have weathered it up now. I don't know if it really shows up on the video, but it is quite heavily weathered on the sides and that. So again, that is nearly finished. Quite glad how this has come out. It's a shame it's not a little bit bigger, because it would be more prototypical. But yeah, it is just a representation of some of the bridges which are still there, and you can find them up near Liverpool Street Station. Next addition this month is a bus stop on Station Road, near the main station building. The figures for the layout will be one of the last things I put in, so hence why there's not any passengers here. But this bus stop has gone in. That's the second, I think, one I've put in, and I've got 2 more to do. This month also, I've bought this Bristol bus from the original omnibus company. Eastern National had a number of these running around years ago, and some of them ended up being driven for London Transport. When they came back to Eastern National, I believe, they kept the London Transport branding on. This one on the front has actually got a destination as Blackshots Lane up in Grays. There's a college up in Grays. I think it's called Palmer's College, and the bus here is showing that it's got 32B on. The reason why I've bought this bus is not only because obviously it's Eastern National, so it fits in with the East Anglian theme that I'm trying to portray, but years ago my dad actually had one of these buses as you see it here. Now some of you out there might remember that the Stour Valley Railway Preservation Society, which is based at Chapel and Waits Colne in Essex, used to have one of these buses, and they turned it into a mobile sales vehicle, and it used to attend bus rallies, railway events and traction engine rallies, including quite a big one that used to be held at Melford Hall in Long Melford, Suffolk. So I've actually bought 2 of these buses. One I'm going to use, as you see here, to be in the scene as a working bus, but the other one I'm actually going to make a 1/76 scale representation of the Stour Valley Railway Preservation Society sales bus. Now I'm planning to do a traction engine scene on the layout, and when the bus is done it will feature in that scene, as it was in the late 70s and early 80s, going around selling items to help keep the Stour Valley Railway going, which I believe now is called the East Anglian Railway Museum. So yeah, my dad used to drive this bus, so it's quite nice to have a model of it. I believe the original bus that I'm talking about eventually went back to the Isle of Wight, and I believe Southern Vectis still have it. The registration off the top of my head I think was HDL 280. If anyone out there knows its whereabouts at the moment, I'd be quite interested to know what it's up to and whether it's still on the rally scene. But again, I think it's another nice addition to the layout. Okay, moving on swiftly. Next we have the fence and grass. I'd done the paving last month, and I've now started to put in the spear fencing, which leads up Station Road, up the hill, and eventually up to the girder bridge that you've seen. Along this pavement, again there'll be people, and I'm going to put some benches in as well, with people sitting there watching the trains or as it's on a hill, they might be just having a rest, because it's quite a steep hill. At the top here, as you can see, I haven't finished it, but I'm now working out what I'm going to have on this corner. Now I have altered part of the layout at this end, on the end of the station. It was part of the platform here leading down onto the gravel. I've added some extra fencing here, and I'm slowly creating, I'm still working on it at the moment, I am slowly creating what is going to be a little engineer's depot at the end of the station platform for the engineers and supplies and the S&T department. So I've painted part of the platform here to represent like roadway, and I've actually added in a yard at the end of the platform here. Obviously it's not finished yet, but what I'm hoping to add into this yard here is a small hut for the workers, cable drums, some oil drums, signals, perhaps some ironwork, some rails, anything that you'd find in the engineering or the S&T department at the end of the station there. As you can see, I've tapered the roadway up to the station platform, and then it leads out onto Station Road. Another major addition I've made to the layout is at the back of the layout here, I've actually put now a backing board on to protect the layout. I've noticed that as people were coming in to view the layout, and we have like a mini club night here sometimes, and my mates come round, we run each other's trains, I noticed that they were catching the back of the layout with their clothing, and it's starting to pull bits off. So what I've done is I've made this backing board and attached it to the layout in the hope that it will protect it somewhat. I've painted it sky blue to try and blend in with the layout, and where I can I shall be putting little features on the back of it just to help it blend in. I've tried to put some grass, as you can see, along the backing board. And most importantly, really, it's to protect this little spear fencing section, because that kept on getting pulled off. I think it fits in quite well. Now that the grass has gone in, you put a vehicle on there and it makes quite a nice little scene. The part of the backing board here, it looks a bit odd at the moment. It looks high and there's nothing in that gap, but I've got plans what I'm going to put here, so once it's done it will look a lot better. So this is why this area is blank. I haven't worked on this yet, but the board has been put in place in readiness for it. But once the scenery has gone into this area, it's going to be another nice little cameo scene. It'll just finish that area off. The board that I've put on obviously also acts as a fascia board, so I've painted that black just to make it look a bit more neater, but it does run the full length of the layout, and once again it just protects it. Where you see the station there at the back, there will be a similar arrangement of a backing board going to be added to the layout, onto which I shall put either houses or shops backing onto it. It will also hide the control panel as well that you see at the back there, and again the backing board will run the full length of the layout. You may also notice as well at the back of the layout I've now painted the framework also in black, just to finish the layout off. Okay, there's just one more last addition that I've put in this month, and then that's me finished chit-chatting, and then we'll get down to some more running. I've now started to put in the signage for the station, and as you can see here, the first two we're looking at is basically the toilets, ladies' room and gentlemen. These are really good signs. You print them off the internet, and once you've got the download, you can just print off as many as you want, and the good thing is you can put in whatever signs you want. You tap in what you want to say on the sign, you print it off. I've done these on photographic paper and then just cut them out, stuck them to photographic mounting board, and then glued them onto the building. And you can do them whatever colour you want, any region, any era. You can even do modern day British Rail ones. They are really good. And then we have refreshments and way out. Okay, well that's it for the updates this month. There'll be more next month. So now I shall leave you with a running session. Thanks for tuning in to Little Henham once again. I hope you enjoy what you see. I always look forward to your comments and suggestions. And yes, thank you for looking at Little Henham. And I'll see you all again next month. Thank you very much. Goodbye.